So relaxation is the most important, and then the next stage after relaxation is learning how to clear the mind. Hello, pussycat. Yeah, these are very helpful animals. Very, very helpful. Basically, what you need to do is try and clear your mind of all those thoughts that are going round and round and round. Those things that are going to distract your well-being. All that baggage. You need to learn to put it to one side. When you look at a small animal and you see the playfulness, Muffin's just chasing it's not a mosquito, it's a little biting gnat thing. And you see how joyful she is when she's doing that. She has no worries, she has no stresses, because she's living in the moment. She doesn't have static going round and round and round in her head. She doesn't have all those thoughts. So really all we're trying to do is be more like them. It's a difficult thing to do. It's not easy, because trying to think of nothing is sometimes a really hard thing for the human brain to do, especially the developed brain, our brain. We tend to do a lot of thinking, and that brain likes to think. It likes to keep busy. It doesn't like to stop. But we must remember that we are actually bigger than our brain. You know, the conscious us is more than our brain. We can rise above our brain. We can control that part of our brain. So this bit that does all the incessant thinking, you can actually learn to silence it, to quieten it. Just playing with the pussycat. She helps. She really helps. But you can do this yourself. So the first trick is the breathing. That's the very first thing you do, because that then slows everything down, gets you into a nice rhythmic sense of well-being. And as you do that, you have to be conscious of what your mind is thinking without trying to think. So it's almost like you're watching your thoughts. And as you watch them, as you see that thought, don't judge it. Don't allow yourself to think about it too much, but just watch it and just watch it go away. Imagine that. Just try and imagine that. Do that for a little while. And this is difficult to start with. You know, you might only manage maybe a second of not thinking about anything, and then suddenly it all comes flooding back. And that's perfectly normal. But the more you do this, the more you practice, the longer you can go before a thought pops into your mind. And eventually, as you carry on down, if you get to the point where you can go for sort of 10, 15 minutes, you can reach a meditative state. And in fact, once you learn how to meditate, you can then switch into it quite easily with practice. So this is the very first steps, of just consciously not thinking. So try it, give it a go. Take a few breaths to start with, and you really do need to relax first. That's important. So everything in the first video, that's really important. You need to get to a stage where you are completely relaxed, and you might still have a few tensions, but you know where they are. You've relaxed. And then you need to focus on your mind being clear. Just clear, that's all. And you'll feel it. You can sort of rise above and look at a thought and push it away. Words are unimportant. You don't want to fear. You don't want to see any words. You don't want to have any pictures in your mind. You want to try and aim for nothing. And that's where you'll find the stillness. So it's tough, but it's worth persevering with. You need to be somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed. Somewhere where you can actually just totally focus on being still, looking and watching your thoughts and watching them go, and see if you can increase that gap, that time when you have no thought whatsoever. Just see if you can edge that along a little bit, but you mustn't want it too much. You know, you mustn't kind of get impatient because it takes time. See how you get on.